What's good, chat? It's Wednesday. My voice is mostly here. And also mostly here is Dawn is in your Phoenix. Dawn.
Dude, you brought me back for my favorite topic, Game of Thrones, dude. You tricked me. I'm here now.
You could say I lured you, actually.
Yeah, you did. You baited me. It's a little bait and switch. We're going to be talking about something like the bear now, and I'm going to hate myself and probably say some slur. So just stay tuned because it'll probably be dropping soon.
Maybe some like paranormal stuff would be fun.
Ugh, dude, I'd rather drag my dick through glass than be on a panel about paranormal. I know people like that stuff. I'm not here to poo-poo them. I'm just saying I'd rather do that to myself than listen to that stuff. So,
I mean,
thank you for not having me on last week.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Speaking of people who have had a big week, Gooch.
Yo, what's up?
My dude.
What are we eating? Quick review of what you're eating as well.
A Starburst.
Out of 5 stars, what do you recommend?
5.
Thank you. Okay.
Yep.
5 stars.
Yeah.
For Starburst.
Sorry. Mouthful. Yeah, how's it going, guys? Thank you.
Good. We'll bring everyone in. I want to hear about that. We're going to talk about yesterday too, dude.
Oh,
for sure.
Okay.
Nadia, thank you for being here.
I really enjoyed yesterday, especially when Bo popped in at the same time I asked if Wolverine was gay. Not meaning to insult the guy, like I was just being a troll.
Man.
Yeah, I was being a troll too because I jumped in the chat. I'm like, and I didn't realize who it was at first. And I was like, "Is X-Men? Do they fight AIDS in this season?" And I'm like, "Oh no."
Oh.
Well, hopefully, Gooch doesn't read that out loud because I don't want to give him the wrong idea. But
No, yesterday was a lot of fun.
That was crazy. And AJ, speaking of crazy, AJ was like not the last person here. So.
Oh, I wasn't. Definitely was not.
Someone else eating. What are we eating? And give us a review.
Oh, how do you hear that?
It's in your mouth, dude.
Yeah.
A chicken sandwich.
Oh, fuck, of course it's chicken.
Of course.
Sandwich. I got fancy.
What's in it, though? What kind of chicken is it?
I don't know. Processed.
Is it fried? Is it fried
Seed
chicken?
oils?
Oh, yeah, it's fried.
Isn't that organic? Give me that processed meat, baby.
Hell yeah. If I'm eating some shitty food, we going all out. Fry that up. Kill all the germs.
Chicken.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, Cajun Corey, what's up? Jana is here. Nadia's here early.
Your chicken is well seasoned, at least, I would hope.
Well, I didn't make it and I didn't add anything extra, but that's fine. I don't need that.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
A lot.
Wild
You
man.
do a whole stream on it.
Less seasonings.
So AJ doesn't know this yet, but we've been talking about creating some fun games to play on streams, and they almost all involve AJ. So he's gonna love these games, and he might have an unfair advantage. We'll see.
You know what? I've been hearing a lot about the who's AJ's dad.
Mm.
That's the only game I know about. So
answer the question.
How the fuck should I know?
See, that's why we're gonna do this for you.
That's
I
what I
see
said,
what
Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson.
It's
the perfect one.
No, because I'm gonna be mad. I didn't move on up with him.
Isn't it like Middle Eastern people where we're all kind of related?
Maybe. Let's
Very
see.
good.
What y'all got? Well,
As long as you're not Persian.
I think that's kind of cool though, having all little gold jewelry and nose rings and shit.
No, well, it's not 300.
What is up, Gord King?
Okay.
Nos Alanti William Pyre, who has like about a week left of that, probably something like that, before he can change his name back. Sammy's here. We have got
Sammy, by the way, I had to mute you today, man. That troll that was in your
Oh my god.
Holy fuck, dude.
Dude.
Making friends.
Dude, why'd you bite on it? Don't feed the troll.
Yeah. I'll like mute me. I'll unmute you, but I had to.
Holy shit.
It was funny though.
Don't include us in that shit.
The guy is like, how many accounts do you think that guy has? Because he has no followers, not following anyone, but he's clearly targeting someone.
Sammy. He's targeting Sammy.
Do you guys want to know the truth? I think it's Sammy.
I think so too.
Makes sense. It all
Yeah,
adds
he's
up.
blacker than AJ, so that would make sense.
Way blacker than AJ.
I can confirm.
Almost on time. Yeah, we did, Sassy. Almost on time. Not on time. Sketch, what's up? Cannoli, my brown brother, Cannoli. There he is.
Cannoli. What's up, brother?
What's the matter? Hey, welcome back from last week, from the Cameron Show. Good to see you back. And we got AJ in the chat. Thanks, AJ.
Thank you also for not having me on that show. Almost 5 hours, like 4 hours something.
4 hours, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You would have loved it. It's a great show. I loved it too. That's why we went 4 hours.
Anybody take an important phone call for 30 minutes?
No phone calls were taken. No phone calls were taken. I can promise that.
Okay.
Although I didn't have to talk hardly at all, so that was fine too. The time scales, what's up? Good to see you. Greetings from San Francisco. Watch where you step.
That's true.
It is. So I hear. You're Barmy? Good to see you. You're Barmy? Everyone's come out tonight. Cope was even here. Whoa, Cope Dog. This is going to be tough for him. He hates Game of Thrones with the passion of 1,000 suns.
Well, because it's world building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why me and him get along so well.
Yeah.
You don't like world building either?
I hate Game of Thrones.
Oh, Jay, why? Why do you do that, Jay?
Yeah.
So almost as if on cue, Jay, you said you hate Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Kayla.
Yeah. There. Oh my God.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And I'm out of here.
I brought
Aw.
today.
Welcome, Kayla. We're just saying hi to the chat people, and then we're going to get into, first of all, last night, which was pretty intense, and then we'll get into the show. Oh, Joe, what's up? Summarize. Hey, good to see you back again. Thanks for coming. William Richards, just talking to you. He has a very clear understanding of Game of Thrones, and was going to have him on, but unfortunately he can't make it. So
I'm
he's
disappointed Lady B's not on, but she's going to be on my House of Dragon stream weekly. So.
well, and that's part of why I wanted to do this way with this show. Then next week, House of the Dragon, because so many people in our sphere are covering House of the Dragon and are excited about it. So I will try to, leech off that while I can.
You know why? Because A Song of Ice and Fire is one of the greatest properties ever.
If it would ever be completed, the whole series, sure.
It will get completed. I have a feeling by next year we'll get Winds of Winter. He's working on things simultaneously.
I've heard this for 15 years.
Hey, it took Stephen King 20-something years to write.
There you go. Let's look at it. He's got an opinion on it. There it is.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
No.
He's doing the winds of change right there.
I actually went to one of my favorite authors because I'm waiting on a next book. He's got 13 books out, and he has a meter on his website that shows exactly where he is, how far he's 50% done. It will be out before the end of this year. And I'm like, okay, Gerard Martin can't do it.
I mean, my thing is, I'm not going to complain much. I mean, I'm not too happy about having to wait because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to be like, shut up, take my money, and I'm going to lock myself away for a week, and that's what it's going to be. So I'm not even going to complain.
Isn't it 2 books that he has to finish the whole series?
He has 2 books to finish.
Okay. So you're never seen that last book at least. I will give it that maybe the next one.
We'll get
the
wins.
last one.
Dream is Spring. Kind of iffy on that, but we'll see because I think he's going to write that book differently. Everything, like all the action, is probably going to be in Winds, just because of the style of books that he said that he wanted to model it after. So,
and from my understanding, John is still dead in the books, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Stannis is still alive. Stannis is still alive. He's gonna get an Iron Throne. He's gonna rule the 7 Kingdoms with Lightbringer as Azor Ahai, as everyone wants. Thank you, Stannis.
You got a fan, Hojo?
Gooch, I have to know why are you
What's up,
here?
Hojo? I passed your message on.
Gooch, why are you here today if you hate Game of Thrones so much?
Because that's why he's here.
I asked him to be. He's always on the show.
He hates A Song of
He's
Ice
my
and
bro,
Fire.
yo.
Yeah, we're brothers.
And he's here to, I don't know. Maybe he will make people uncomfortable. That's fine. Good to be uncomfortable sometimes, right? Common people knows that.
Have you actually watched it?
I know,
though?
right?
Yes.
I have tried to show him so many different clips. And you know what? The thing that's crazy is that his face, he looks like he's enjoying the clips. He's enjoying it. He just can't admit it. He
I got a
literally
poker
cannot
face.
admit it.
I got a poker face.
But you've seen the entire, like, all 7 seasons?
Yes.
Okay.
That last season was complete garbage.
Oh, season 1 through 4.
Everyone agrees on that. That is
5, 6, and 7.
We don't talk about that. Ooh.
Yeah, I love everyone's take on Game of Thrones. Well, the last seasons were bad. I'm like, yeah, everyone
we know.
knows. It's like, yeah, 9/11 was bad too. That's not a hot take, you idiot.
Here's a hot take. I'd rather watch Wrong Turn than Game of Thrones if I'm going to watch incest stuff. Like, man, Jesus, man. Like,
why? Because you want to get off to it, or is that the reason why? Or?
That's another story.
I have a Targaryen flag hanging behind me, and I'm in my office, which is, you can kind of see it.
Oh yeah, oh nice.
I have the same one in my room.
So my sister stayed in this room when she was visiting me, and she goes, Nadia, why do you have molesters on your wall?
Well, it's
I'd
kind
ask the
of
same
accurate.
thing. I would ask the same thing.
I was like, I told her, I was like, we're Middle Eastern, Dina. Like, it comes in our history. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, so we're doing the next show is going to be from Kayla's room.
Well, this room is Hoarder's room. There's like books everywhere. It's Sudoku, literally. Although I've read like the majority of them. I need to get organized.
Your winter roses.
This isn't even my room. This is like my office area, my collectible room. And it's just, I really need to take the time to get organized. Now that I'm done with school, I kind of don't have an excuse other than I work basically like all 7 days a week and multiple jobs. And then I'm doing someone's hair and then I'm doing something. So, but I got to prioritize this. That's my goal for my birthday this week.
We've got Lady B in the chat. Love you, Lady B. Hope you get better soon. Don't be like me and be sick for months. It's not worth it. Whoa, Nadia.
I think they might be the same ones.
Yeah, and I have the baby. Yeah, I have all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is.
Oh God. You guys just became best friends. Oh my God.
Dragon sisters, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I like that better than Scissor Sisters.
Well, we're not doing that here. That is not coming over here.
Yeah,
not
me and
doing
Zach's
it.
already trademarked it for
That's right.
Okay.
So let's talk about what about last night, where the celebrity magnate himself, Gooch, who like normal people like go on Twitter, like I'm doing a show tonight about this thing, and you know maybe their mom watches the first 5 minutes and that's it, but not him. Not when Gooch does it. When Gooch does it, the showrunner shows up.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. So humble.
Well, here, like Zach knows the full story, but we were going to do episode 1 last night, X-Men 97, and I thought, hey, you know what? I'll send the link to watch the YouTube link to watch to Beau DeMayo and say, hey, we're doing episode 1. It would be awesome if you joined us to, get your insight onto the series and behind the scenes stuff. So as we're doing the stream, I get a message, like my phone's right here. I get a message, Beau DeMayo is following you. And I'm like, oh, cool. You liked what I sent. Then I get a message from him saying, you're doing this live. And I'm like, yeah, we're doing this live. It'd be awesome if you came on one of these nights. And he goes, I would love to come on. I just don't have a camera. And so I sent him a message saying, well, you just use your avatar and come on in. And, whenever you can, it'd be awesome. So next thing you know, he's in the chat and he sends me a message saying, send me the link. And everyone saw him in the chat saying, oh, there's a Beau DeMayo in the chat. And I'm like, that's the real Beau DeMayo. He's coming on, and I brought him on. And like Zach almost shit a freaking brick, and Andrew and everyone was freaking out. And I was just like, okay, this is happening. So, yeah, it's and he was like incredible to talk to. He is a complete comic book nerd. He's a lot of fun to talk to. I couldn't ask for a better stream. Like the guys on the panel were fantastic. The people in the chat were 99% of them were good. And then it was a great night. It was a lot of fun.
Sexy. Yes. OF cameras. Yes. He has no cameras. Come on, Beau. We know you have cameras. We've seen the pictures.
He was driving. He was actually driving when he messaged. That's what he said. So
I would use that excuse too.
Yeah, but
It was very nice. It was really nice to you guys. And it's interesting to watch everybody kind of watch their way of asking questions on the panel than normally if he wasn't on, especially Angry Badger or whatever. Yeah. Just how he would word things, just so it didn't feel like he was attacking Bo.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. It was very good.
Yeah, and Bo sent me a message saying he had a great time. He wants to come back and be on the show. So he'll be on a couple more times, I hope. And get all the information behind the scenes stuff of how they went through. Like, there's stuff that he wanted to put into the series, but he knew it wouldn't fit. And it was amazing conversation. I'm not going to lie. Someone like that, you don't want to be, acting like we normally do. You want to be, somewhat professional. So again, to a lot of the people in the chat that were watching, the people in the chat, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What's your take, Zach? Because you were there.
Dude, that was awesome. He was very, very open. Told us about stuff that you would never expect him to talk about, like being adopted and things like that. So, like AJ, it's a lot in common already.
By a black man.
Yeah, black man, and he was adopted. So there you go.
That's important, people.
Maybe you have the same dad.
Hopefully, but that's another one that moved on up without me. So
look at that guy's T levels, AJ. There's no fucking way you're related to him.
Oh, bro, even with the lisp, you're right. The avatar was like it blinds you, like you damn near can't even look at it. Not for too long.
Do you think Disney will bring him back? Because he kind of gave over that question.
I think he was kind of hinting at that.
Okay.
And he can't obviously divulge into anything, but like he had a lot, and plus he has a lot of other projects that it sounded like he wanted to say something, but he knew he couldn't say anything. But I'm excited for him. Like he did an unreal job. Like he even talked about Witcher, which Badger brought
God
up.
bless that series. So bad.
But like the thing that really surprised me, he talked about being a comic, like an X-Men simp. Like he's a full out, like his knowledge of X-Men was impressive. Besides Kayla here, because she knows a lot about X-Men. Like she's a big comic encyclopedia too. But him to like talk about how they don't like it that you're a simp for these the material. Like you can't use it. You can't use the comics as a reference, and you got to kind of create your own script. And he kind of snuck it in there. And I think I don't know what to think of why they fired him. Like because to me it seems like he did something that went against the grain at Disney, and I think that's why he was let go. Because I think they wanted to, go ahead. Sorry.
It's the only thing at Disney in the last, how many years now that has gotten any praise? Universal praise, and it's, I don't understand why they don't want people who love the IPs they work on. I can understand maybe not having a super fan because you don't want it to be, because sometimes transferring paper to screen is hard, right? There's elements you can do in comics and books that really don't transfer very well onto the screen. So I can understand you have to be a little bit more adaptable. But I mean, you can tell that he really loves what he put into this. And but Disney must be allergic to money. Everybody must be allergic to money.
I don't.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's amazing. It's
I know
really,
everyone
really well
keeps
done.
telling me watch it, but it's so hard for me because I love Chris Claremont. Everyone that knows me knows I am like the biggest simp for Chris Claremont's writing, and I think the thing that turned me off was that I saw that they did and just everything from Madeline Pryor in one episode. How?
It's a lot of it's very compressed. The story is very compressed.
So that's for me. It's like certain things I think were key to certain other elements of the storyline, and I would like to see them elaborated on a little bit more than put everything that was literally issues of story into one episode. I mean, I will go and watch it. I
can understand it because, again, they're probably lit for only a certain amount of episodes, not like back in the 90s where you have 22, 23 episode seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to compress everything into 8, 9 episodes. So and the fact that they're not, in a sense, allowed to take storylines from comic books and having to do their own. So taking pieces of it, I can understand having to compress it. But as someone who's just a passive X-Men fan, granted, I live with the Marvel Encyclopedia himself. It's really well done. It's really well done. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, but it's definitely sets a foundation that if they do a second season, maybe expand a little bit more, same writers, same writer room, it would be really good.
I know the original show that I grew up watching and everything, that will remain the best version of the Phoenix Saga ever because they've done it. They've screwed it up twice.
Well, Kayla, wasn't the original series, like, wasn't that really compressed? I'm not a big X-Men fan, so I don't even remember. I didn't care about
it. It was.
Yeah,
it was compressed, but I feel like it was, I don't know. I feel like the storylines that counted weren't as, I shouldn't even say that. I should just shut my mouth right now because I haven't watched it. So
I think you appreciate it if you watch it. But like, again, he said he had to overcome a lot of obstacles. Like, and he talked about it, like how he was, trying to fight against it and trying to get things in there. Like, there were so many storylines he wanted to do, but he knew it didn't fit because of the time frame. I think
he was going to force it in. Even if they didn't want him to. Even if they said no, he was going to force it in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And they just didn't let him do it.
I actually asked him about, did you ever thought about talking to Chris Claremont and, getting any kind of behind the scenes stuff with Chris Claremont, some references and all that kind of stuff. And he said, like, A, he wasn't really had time or allowed to. And B, he said that Chris Claremont pretty much laid it all out there. Like, it was easier to adapt from, because he said there's not much you can ask from Chris Claremont because he put it all out on the paper, which I thought was great. He's a true fan. Like, he's a true fan. And for him to talk about, him growing up as an orphan, being, a gay black man and all that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, he didn't have to come on the show. And like, he's been radio silent for, I don't know, months. Like, he's never been on a stream or a show or anything like that. And so
he's been on some streams, just some private streams.
Yeah. His only streams, if I put it that way, he's been on. But no, I really like talking to him. It was like talking to a guy in the comic book shops back in the day, when you can have these debates and conversations about comics and storylines and characters, and it was a good time. And so I was really lucky. And then, of course, today we have that actual fandom.
Woo! Yeah. We made it. Well, you made it.
Yeah. Now people are clipping me and whatever.
Yeah, dude. All right. Well, go check out that video. It's a great stream, worth your time. After this, only after this, and to get us going for a palate cleanser before we move on to the topic of Game of Thrones. I got this for you.
So, as I always growing up, is don't ever do juice, as in steroids, right? Chael Sonnen gets popped for a juice cocktail. So people want to say, so how? And the question was, so how do I think this fight's going to turn out? I said, well, let me go ahead and find Chael for you. So the best acronym I can think of that is a juice box. Juice box being Chael Sonnen. And it was no more than that, because he is a juicy juice boy. He likes to do his dabble in his little steroid stuff, and hopefully they do test us, which I know they will test us. They test us on all of our fights. But that just shows a sign of weakness. And a sign of weakness is him being full of juice. He's a juice box, he's a juice boy, and that's why that juicy juice box came into the camera frame.
I love Tito. He's the best.
Zach just gets harder and harder every time he says juice.
I do. Squeeze that box. Squeeze it tight, Tito. Show us your grip strength, baby. Let's talk about Game of Thrones. So, Don, you're a big simp for the show. What was your start with this series? Was it the books? Was it the shows? Did you watch it when it aired first time or all at once, or what was your history?
For me, I started watching it, I think after season 2 came out, and I just heard nothing but good things. Started watching it. I'm a big fantasy, like genre fan, like grew up with Lord of the Rings. And then I was like, dude, this fucking rules. And I remember distinctly where I was at when the Red Wedding happened, literally jaw dropped. And I was like, dude, that if that doesn't hit you and you're not like compelled to like watch more, even before that, the Ned Stark thing, that should hit you hard. Like if you're not hooked by then, like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? So I don't understand how people can hate Game of Thrones, even if you just isolated it to the first 4 seasons, because it's near perfect television. And then now I've, read all of the books now. So, just a huge fan of this universe. And also because there's no Italians in it. Can I just mention that real clear for everyone?
That's a relief, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
What's up, Ginger? Good to see you, dude. So you read the books, and that must have cost you a lot of tea to read those books. There's a lot of words.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you have it read to you.
That's
better.
different.
So yeah. What else are you supposed to say? I listened to the books. That sounds like lower T than it is.
It does.
Yeah.
And they may have told you a different story. You don't even know what books they were reading to you.
Yeah, I'm not fact checking this. For all I know, they're just speaking nonsense in my ear.
We got 71 watching on YouTube and
real
Twitter,
quick.
X.
Everyone hit the like button. Also, DP the stream. Open up another tab. Either grab another device and start watching the stream now. Okay.
You said DP?
Yes,
DP.
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 Yeah.
Ask Copa if you're not sure what that is.
Yeah.
Director of photography.
Right.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, the DP. Yeah.
AJ, you surprised me, buddy, when you were. Oh yeah, no, I've watched this. What?
Why? Because of the lack of representation in it.
Yeah.
There's
How could you
wolves
watch
in
it? Oh,
It wasn't at some point.
Nadia's got it.
Mm-hmm.
As a wolf, it was in there in the first episode. That's what got me hooked. I didn't watch it until like after season 2, I think. There was a lot of hype around it, but I was like, people are retarded, so I'll miss it. But then I caught somebody watching it, and I did see the wolves, and yeah, man, I got invested into it real quick. I keep the adopted thing. It's cool when I'm able to see that portrayed in a way, and seeing that with the like Bo was talking about it last night, and it's an important story. We were talking about Tarzan with Gory King, and then like the Jon Snow story. I think that's really enthralled. Would that be the word? It got me. I was feeling that, and then the action, the incest, that was weird too. But I was like, ain't no telling the lengths that this show will go, and I do want to see more of that. I like Ned Stark up until the whole going to the castle thing, him putting his chest out, and what happens to him. But I like the whole war aspect. Everything's gray; it's not black and white. I don't even love this show. Like, stop me from talking. It was dope. Okay, yes, sir.
All right, Kayla, you're up.
How did I get into it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me put my camera on for a second. So, how did I get into it? I read the books.
When?
High school, I started in between waiting for like one of the Harry Potter novels.
That's a good mix.
Well, I grew up. I was the same age as Harry Potter, like when the books were becoming popular out this way. So a librarian recommended it to me in high school. I had read like Tolkien. I'd read through a bunch of everything. So when I heard the show was coming out, and I think it was, let's see, what did HBO have on before then that I watched? I think it was True Blood.
Sopranos.
After True Blood, Sopranos, all of that. Then so.
So can you tell me about your high school librarian? What did she look like? You be detailed. And how did she get you to come and read these books with her?
Well, I didn't read the books with her. I would be in there because I was skipping because I was an asshole, and I used to get written a pass pretty much because I would skip. I'd go to the library or I'd leave the school. I just didn't like certain teachers that I had. and they wouldn't switch my classes. It's a long, complicated story.
Did she have her hair in a bun?
Like
a tight bun?
Not that I remember. There was she was older.
Did she look way more attractive once she took her glasses off?
I mean, I never, ever like thought about that, to be honest.
Interesting.
Did she have a second job where she would like?
No.
Was she an accountant?
Shame.
What?
So, yeah, I mean, I read like the Farseer trilogy and everything too. I really liked that. Robin Hobbs. So, yeah, I read the books, and then there was the show, and then that's what happened. I mean, there's no other way. So a lot of the books and like comics that I've read have become either movies or TV shows, and I'm always interested to watch and see how things will play out. This show was a little bit different in the aspect that it surpassed the books so much and kind of went into its own direction. Besides, I think 3 or 4 of the events that are talked about in Fire Can I Kill a Dragon that George R. R. Martin confirms that will happen in Winds. Yeah, so
would you say that it was a bit like this with you and your librarian at all? Like when you were...
No.
This is the worst scene in all of season 1.
Oh my God, are you serious? Sex position was amazing.
No, it's so dumb. This is just like, oh, do we need the meatheads to pay attention while Littlefinger just explains himself? You don't even need to, like, it's pretty self-evident what Littlefinger's motivations are, except that he needs to go through this. And it's like, not even in the books at all, because neither of these are POV characters in Roz's. Not in the books.
This is my Friday nights.
Oh, okay.
Although Littlefinger in the books, I don't believe would let anything happen to Sansa, and that's shown just because given the characters that are in the situation with Ramsay. You know what? I shouldn't, like, I want everyone to go and read the books. So I probably shouldn't talk too much, go too crazy about the books, because I just feel they're worth reading. So
nice one, Will. I like that. We got Kayla in the house here where there's forging. He's written like 12 books, and he was kind of like, him and AJ were a bit of a pair.
Stop it. Just stop.
For a while until he turned 18 and it got weird. So
what did I walk into tonight?
It's a true story though.
AJ.
Oh,
yeah.
This is a typical Wednesday night.
That's me and
Not like
Caitlin.
last
Me and
night.
Caitlin on the sofa, and this is Zach's right there.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, get closer. Kayla, explain it. Yes, what's going on? Break down the scene. All right, Kayla, we've picked on you enough, maybe for now.
What's going on here? I mean, you can tell what's going on here. This is a whorehouse. And yeah, this is pretty much what's going on. And Littlefinger is telling the whores how to behave so they can get the maximum amount of money, so that way he can make profit from the money that they bring in.
Not to be confused with a horror house, Nadia.
I mean, it is a horror house,
It took me a
technically.
second, sorry.
When did you read the books? Did you watch the show? What made you watch it? What did you like?
Me?
Mm.
Oh, so I was a very broke post-college makeup artist in Hollywood. So I didn't have access to HBO unless I knew somebody that had access to HBO. So I went on a lot of dates towards the end of the first season, so I could catch up on it because people were talking about it. Or there would be like bars that would be showing it or something to that extent. So I probably started watching it about halfway when the first season was out, and then just kept watching afterwards. Have not read the books, attempted to read the books twice. I think the problem is I saw the show before the books, so I cannot.
Good night, Lady.
I can't like separate the two. Maybe there's enough time now from the series to the books that I could read it. I see you, Nas. But and I do want to read the books. However, I want it to be completed because I don't want to spend all this time in the last 2 books. I know. Good thing he's playing Helldivers right now.
So he's fine.
So yes.
I mean, I will say the books have more characters. There were so many things that they did not do with this show. If they would have followed the books, I believe easily that there could have been 12, 13 seasons. But they didn't. They eliminated like the whole Dornish storyline.
Thank God.
There's so You know what? Hey, you know what? Talk about the women on screen. One of the sand snakes, and I'm not even like into women. One of the sand snakes that showed her boobs had like one of the best pair of boobs I've ever seen on TV.
Describe.
Just saying. Well, it was the scene. It was the jail scene.
So timestamp.
So I'm just saying. I'm sure you can find it. So.
Probably.
I would love to go back and read the books, but again, I want it to be completed, and my TBR list is probably big enough to fit my guest room. So I'm right now working through the Codex of Valeria by Jim Butcher.
Well, the books heavily, like the show obviously heavily diverges from the books. They cut out entire character storylines. They change a lot of stuff, and some of the changes weren't horrible. Some of them were actually decent. Most of them not so much. Some of them were obvious things that they should have kept in and didn't, but they thought they had to go make a Disney trilogy for Star Wars. So let's rush this out, get it done.
Yeah, the best.
I mean, they definitely combined characters too. They definitely combined characters, I believe. Like John Connington, they combined him with Jorah. So I definitely do believe they kind of, because Jon Snow in the books is slightly different than Jon Snow on the show. Like if it's Jon Snow in the books, Jon Snow would want the throne, in my opinion. I mean, he's honest, he's righteous, you know. I love Jon Snow. He's probably my favorite character in all of the books. And even on the show too, because Kit Harington, that man is beautiful.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm a simp.
It's getting wet in here.
Getting wet. Towel time. But Jon Snow in the show was also very different from Jon Snow in the show.
The last season was so horrible. That poor man, his only line was, "I don't want it, my queen. I don't want it. I don't want it, my queen."
Real beta male.
And it's just not.
He became a simp.
And that's just not who I ever see him being. They ruined that character. They completely emasculated him, and they ruined Jon Snow's character. Even my cat's agreeing. That's why she's going batshit.
I thought that was
Irene
Irene for a second.
McQueen.
So it's just it was what they did to him was so horrible. They didn't even let him fight. I mean, the Night King stuff, that was definitely for TV.
Mm-hmm.
The Night King
I feel
stuff.
Daenerys's character though was butchered way worse show-wise.
Well,
not talking books.
So Daenerys, if you're comparing to like show and books, I mean, the way that she is, if you think about it, everything that she does is, you can, in the books, you can kind of feel like it's going to be possible madness. I mean, we don't really know yet, but in the show, even they just did it wrong. They rushed everything.
Yes. They didn't build up. She all of a sudden became mad.
How can I put it? They definitely rushed all of that, but there is things that she says that are key takeaways and things with her actions that kind of show that she is a tyrant in ways. But the whole thing is you get attached to the character because she brings magic that they didn't really involve all the magic from the books in the show, but you know, she brings dragons back. I mean, certain things like you feel for her more because like for the situation with Khal Drogo and everything, not like that in the books. There's certain things, that they did. They just did it wrong. But
Do I keep my man in the book?
lines, some of her most iconic lines and everything, and her actions that she takes are kind of tyrannical in an aspect. So
I hate Danny. Skip over chapters when you're reading it. You won't miss anything.
Oh no! What do you mean? And when you read
Danny's
her
the worst.
chapters, you find out with her dragon visions and everything. There's so much. I mean,
House of the Undying is
Red
cool.
Wedding
I like that.
Completely foreshadowed.
Yeah, the House of the Undying, really cool. And I wish they would have actually shown the actual House of the Undying. It's such a watered down version we get in the TV show compared to the actual one, which is crazy. Yeah. She's annoying. We did a whole video on our channel, like literally not like really well produced, if I can pat myself on the back here real quick.
Yeah.
About why Danny season 1 is dumb. And it's mostly just the show. And it's because the show writers, they aged her up and they just made her so stupid in season 1. But she's not that much different than her counterpart, but she has age as an excuse in the books.
Right.
But, I mean, compare her to John, compare her to Rob, compare her to even Theon. Theon's stupid, but at least his plan makes a little more sense. Danny, no, she's an idiot.
There you go.
There's my boy.
Yep.
Oh, Viserys the third. Third of his name. First of his name.
Lame.
It's horrible.
He's such a nice guy. Look at him.
Do you want me to tell the story of how I got involved in games?
Yes, please do.
Oh, boo.
Gather around, children. Uncle Gooch is going to tell you.
He was hot.
There you go.
Uncle Gooch is going to tell you a story. It was the summer of 1994, and I was just ending my job, and I was going to the local bar, and I sat down at this table, and next to me was this elderly gentleman, and he's writing a story. His name was George, and you know what the name of the bar was? Coyote Ugly.
Oh,
damn it.
Well played.
You got us. You got us.
For a minute there, I was like, wait a minute, 19. Okay, maybe he's talking about the books. Let's go.
It could work.
I'm like,
it could work.
I'm like, he's definitely not talking about. How did you end up watching Game of Thrones, Gooch? You never told me. And I'm like,
it was on HBO. Kayla, I don't mind fantasy. I like Conan is like, I love the Conan
Conan's
comics.
amazing.
Yeah. So I was just like, I'm gonna watch this, and I liked the first season. It was okay. As we're going along, it was just starting to drag for me. I felt like it was just getting really, really boring, and there was too many storylines going on, so I couldn't get involved with a lot of it. It was just, I don't know. It was starting to play out by like season 5 for sure. Like I said, like season 7 was a kind of a wash, but and everyone says that, but I just felt like, and reading the books, I was told like, don't read the books because it's like it goes all over the place with these storylines with the families and and everything. So, and I'm not down to read that if it's going to be like that. So, I don't know. It lost me after season 4. Didn't care for it. 2 out of 10. Yeah, I totally agree. Dildo. Yeah, 2 out of 10.
I would say season 4 is when it started going downhill a little bit, although season 5 did have some highlights in it. I mean, there were some highlights in all the seasons. Even in the last season, I can say the first episode was good. It was up until the short inconvenience.
But like having 1 or 2 moments doesn't make a whole season. Like it drags on and on.
The first season to me is perfect TV.
The first season was fine. It was just like everything after that. It's just kind of dragged and the red wedding, like, yeah, cool, like cool moment. It was great setup and everything, but like after that, like what is there? It's just kind of like
what?
I mean, there was a lot after that, but
there was a lot. I know.
No, but it's dragged.
Not liking world building, Gooch.
Yeah.
Cope dog. He hates world building. He can't stand it. So, any kind of knowledge about the world, he doesn't want you to.
That's true. I mean, it would drag on, in my opinion, if I'm not invested in these characters. So for whatever reason, you were not invested in Tyrion's storyline season 2 when he's now Hand of the King and he has to take over there, or Sansa now being in a situation where she's like wolves all around her within King's Landing, or Jon beyond the wall. Like, all these storylines are interesting, I think, whenever I look at it, and for some reason it just doesn't. There's not enough mobster organized crime for you, Gooch. Is that what's going on? Or what?
Still
Well,
haven't
that
fin-
I can
Hey,
that
before
I
we
can
get
relate to.
Please don't spoil. I'm still 2 episodes away from finishing The Sopranos.
You should have
So-
said that.
Oh,
Literally
yeah.
everyone in the chat's going to spoil it now.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have
Please
said
don't.
that.
Sopranos, I can relate to. Goodfellas, Sopranos, all that Godfather, I can relate to because the family. But I mean, just Game of Thrones is just all over the map for me. I just didn't care for the storylines. The characters didn't interest me. The one character I liked died in the first season. So I mean,
Don't you want revenge for him?
I don't even remember the freaking name. Like I don't even care for the names.
The
Like
one character was it? Did you like Ned Stark?
Sure.
How did he die?
He could have been Ernie Stark. He got his head cut off. I
So it
don't
was
know.
Ned Stark.
Yeah.
I guess.
You mean the guy
Yeah.
on the screen?
Yeah,
The
this guy with the sword.
screen, yes. Did Sean
Yeah.
Bean play him? I mean, Sean Bean dies and everything for the most
Yeah,
part.
him.
It's just the way of his world, I guess.
Dope dog.
Like it was
Yep.
a lot of boring information that you just don't care for, especially that fat fucker that was with Jon Snow for like, my God, like
Sam?
just like-
Sam?
is that yeah? Like,
No, man,
God.
you like
Damn.
Lord of the Rings. That was the big boy. What's his name? What's Frodo's friend name?
Sam.
Sam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sam again.
Wow.
Both are Sam.
Samwise and Samwell. So
I get it.
Samuel
They're
Tarly.
both white. They look the same.
Bro, it's
I
pointer,
understand, AJ.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you know what? I was gonna make a joke about that because I'm like, how does Gooch not realize that the dude he liked is the white guy on the screen right now? Even I could tell.
Yeah, true.
Because I didn't care. I honestly didn't care. Like it was I don't know.
All
it was
right.
good to watch if you got some boobs and some ass. That was
AJ was telling me this is his favorite character from season 1. So there you go, AJ.
It was ahead of its time with basically tricking you into thinking the main character of this whole entire series is going to be Ned Stark, and
Uh-huh.
gets his head cut off. So you
Oh,
diverse into
spoilers.
the other characters. Yeah, if you don't know by now, his head gets cut off.
Why is this my favorite character, Zach?
I don't know. I was going to ask you that.
Is it the bull haircut?
You'd tussle his hair a bit, you know?
I never released this information. If anything, I'm gonna stroke the fur little
Oh, the fur.
cloak he got.
Well, come on.
What?
AJ's way more of an Arya. Arya's
I
way
thought it
more
was
like
the
the-
age.
Exactly. I was gonna say, why are we going gay here, man? Come on now.
Let's
Show
do
me
that.
some respect.
Okay, this one. Fuck, marry, kill. Go, AJ.
Nah, fuck that. Go Gooch.
Okay.
You don't
AJ
care.
just said he'd fuck all of them.
Gooch has the least to lose here.
AJ, stop. Yes. Let's not. So season 1, do you have a favorite episode, Kayla?
In season 1.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll pull up a list here, actually. That could be my job, even, we could say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, 2 of them on this screen have failed Marvel careers.
Right? Absolutely. Just fumbled those careers.
In the
Doesn't
same
everybody
movie.
have fumbled Marvel careers
Well,
at this point?
technically, I think everyone that was in Game of Thrones, for the most part, has. Let's think about it. Besides Peter Dinklage, maybe he didn't fumble his, but obviously,
He was
Jason
Ant-Man,
Momoa.
wasn't he? Peter Dinklage? No, sorry.
He was,
no.
he was in, wasn't he like the hammer guy? He was
Yes,
forging
he
a hammer or
was.
some shit.
He was also in the Fox movies too for X-Men.
Yeah, he was
Isn't
trash.
he the
What was his
reason-
name?
Isn't he the reason also we don't have dwarfs for the new Snow White as well?
Yes.
Got to pull
Yep.
that ladder up behind him.
It was a short ladder too.
Yeah.
So
But-
I actually think. Hold on.
So there's the first episode, which is
gonna
the
pull
one
up a
that
list of
hooks
names.
people.
So
Yeah,
this like
where-
I can't see good. I got.
Well, what was your question, Zach? Though, what was it?
Did you have a favorite episode of season 1?
Oh, season 1. Isn't it? It has to be. Well, I don't know what my favorite one is. I'm trying to think.
Right. And so
mine was the trailer.
Gooch, why are you here?
I mean, I'm trying to think of.
I think it's the episode where I'm trying to think where it is, but it starts with Ned Stark talks to Cersei. He's basically telling her like she needs to leave King's Landing now, and that's your introduction to Tywin when he's cutting up the deer. That episode is like really good. There's like a really good scenes right at the beginning of it. I'm trying to remember which one it
Was
is.
that episode 3?
No, that's later on because he's.
Or was it?
I mean, Zax could have been scrolling.
Was it You Win or You Die? I think that was the name of the episode. You Win or You Die.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of great scenes.
Is this AJ's favorite
Yes.
episode?
Yeah, no. It was You Win or You Die. It was besides the episode. It was the 7th episode or something. It was You Win or You Die.
You Win or You Die. So yeah, episode 7. There you go. I'm gonna play this quickly. This is episode 1. This was the hook. Same thing in the books.
The things I do for love.
I just remember because at my house we had like watch parties going on, and I was the only one that read the books, and everyone just being like, "Oh my god!" And
were they
like
surprised
it was like
about
a red wedding too. I sat there. I used to like watching the reactions, like as a book reader.
Oh yeah.
They're like, know what's gonna come.
Were they more surprised by the kid being knocked out of the window or the incest?
I think it was the kid getting knocked out of the window, to be honest.
That's
I think
Timmy,
people
right?
didn't know really what was going on. A lot of people didn't really understand most of the characters, I think, the first episode in my house. So
That was Timmy that got knocked out of the window, right? The paraplegic kid, Timmy.
Yeah,
Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Bran. That's AJ's guy, AJ's boy. But in episode 7 is the one where Ned goes full retard.
Arya, bro.
No, okay, he doesn't go full retard. Listen, he
Seriously?
thought he had the bat.
I'm going to tell everybody.
That was dumb, like saying the thing to Cersei. But he definitely thought he had the backing of the gold cloaks from Littlefinger, and the only reason why he trusted Littlefinger is because Catelyn trusted Littlefinger. So too much trust in Catelyn, I guess, by Ned Stark, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So episode 8, I think, was my favorite episode of the season besides Fire and Blood. I liked all the episodes in the first season, but I want to say it was 8 because this is the episode where
Go back, Zax, to 8.
what is it?
Talking about 10 now. Which one?
Well, I like all of them, but 8 is the episode because that's the episode where Jon ends up burning his hand, where we get the first look at basically what happens, basically what the Night King can do and how the bodies reanimate. Yes, and Ghost comes in and fucking saves the day. So saves Commander Mormont. Jon burns his hand. Yeah. So it was basically Benjen's comrades that were with him when he went beyond the wall on his ranging mission that were found. I think it was in the previous episode, Ghost had found the severed hand and brought it back, and then they went and found the bodies. And then it was episode 8 where you saw the bodies reanimate, and yeah. So.
Well, this is where Robert dies, episode 7. You When You Die. Benjen, went missing.
I can't see any of this on the screen right now
Yeah,
because my computer won't let me make it full screen when I'm streaming on StreamYard for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Quick question: how do you remember all these freaking names for all these characters?
How do I remember the names?
Mm-hmm.
Well, honestly, I was almost blanking on the names of who was with Benjen, like Beyond the Wall. It was Ofer Flowers and I forget who else, whose body they found. But I get confused with the show because they've changed a lot of the characters and what they do as far as things go. So, well, minor characters and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, and they changed just minor things too about some of the characters that they don't really change drastically, like Jon Snow. Jon Snow heavily, or I mean, it's not even hinted. It's confirmed basically, and maybe all the Stark kids have the warg ability. The whole reason why Robb Stark is such a good commander and knows the lay of the land in the Riverlands, even though he's never he wasn't raised there, he's raised in the North, is because he has his dire wolf he can warg into and see areas to flank other enemies. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. They did not do enough with the dire wolves as far as I was concerned. And I was very disappointed in the last season.
True. Because
they already showed that Nymeria had this whole direwolf fucking army. And when they had Ghost run off screen, and, I mean, really, I wanted Ghost to run off and Nymeria to be there with all the packs. And I wanted giant fucking ice spiders. And I wanted direwolves ripping into ice spiders.
I don't know who came first.
It was so
Don
stupid.
or AJ. Like, holy shit.
It just really, it was just really stupid to me. It was also stupid, too, that Tyrion Lannister didn't help Khaleesi make, poor Daenerys. When I watch A House of the Dragon, everyone has saddles, right? So Tyrion is smart enough to make a saddle for Bran, a crippled child, so he can ride a horse. And he knows everything about dragons and has been invested in all of the history. He's read it all. And he doesn't know enough to help poor Daenerys, who's holding on to a dragon scale for her, her life pretty much when she's riding Drogon, doesn't help her make a goddamn saddle. What the hell? That's some bullshit, Tyrion. I don't know. Hold
on. Speaking of building a saddle, this is important. I do this now.
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'm head out west with real women call me quick and fake press. Find a nest in the hills, chill like Flint, buy an old drop top, find a spot.
No, that's real. That is real storytelling right there.
What's up, Adam Gray?
They didn't even have Ghost meet Daenerys at all. So stupid. It's so stupid. Poor Ghost.
Poor Ghost.
I mean, if I was John, I would have requested a saddle for my dragon, and I would have put my dire wolf on the back of the damn saddle, because everyone always asks me, dire wolf or dragon? No, I want a saddle that can fit my dire wolf. And I'm going to freaking fly on my dragon with my dire wolf just chilling with me. And when I land, my wolf's going to hop off, and it's going to be a fucking party.
Hey, hold on. No, we right there, because I was like, it would have been dope as shit if when Daenerys died or whatever, if we could have seen Jon or just somewhere through the show or whatever, because I didn't read the book, but if he was actually riding a dragon, or if he had time to command the dragon, and then Ghost was just sitting there running on the fucking battlefield, but then you realize, I don't know, he's I don't want to say immune to fire or something. He got some resistance because of the whole Jon thing or whatever. But seeing that and Jon command these two beasts and just take out a battlefield, he could have been that dude, but no.
Unfortunately, Targaryens aren't immune to fire. That's only limited to Daenerys and blood magic.
Well, I was saying Ghost. If somehow, I don't know, direwolf magic.
The direwolves are magic in an aspect.
And that's why I like the show. I liked more magic later on, but I think it was just the wolves and the dragons. I mean, the little magical people in the tree or whatever they got attacked. That was kind of weird. I didn't need that.
The children of the forest, are you referring to?
Sure, maybe. I believe so. But I did like the involvement of magic later on beyond just the wolves.
They didn't do enough magic, in my opinion. The books are so much more magical. And they really did not get into these bonds with the dire wolves. They didn't.
Who's the chick?
They killed them off.
Who's the chick holding the wolves?
You leave Jon Snow alone.
That's a dude.
I will say, well-maintained hair for medieval settings, I guess.
He has the most beautiful hair. I hate snow. Literally, I hate snow. That's the only snow I don't mind.
You hate snow like the dog?
Jon Snow? I hate snow.
Oh, snow.
I hate snow. But Jon Snow?
Mistake.
Yeah.
The snow would have helped. Yeah. But
being Italian, we love snow.
Why do Italians love snow?
Don't tie that to Italians.
I know exactly what kind of snow.
Wait. It took me a second. Sorry.
Took me a second too.
I got it too, yeah.
It's what's the white lore going on right now?
Yeah.
The white lore.
I mean, look how cute the
The white
direwolf
snow.
puppies are.
Yeah.
These people hate wolves around here for some reason. I don't know.
These puppies are cute as fuck.
What do you mean,
the woman.
AJ? By
I don't like the woman
these
holding them.
people?
AJ,
Oh my God,
no one
stop
hates
calling her a
wolves
woman.
here. No one hates wolves here. Just we don't want to dress up as wolves on the weekend and hang out with you and your friends. Okay, that's the only thing.
Me neither. I just transform. They hop in the suits.
I'm dead.
That doesn't work in court, AJ.
Yeah,
Yet.
Bro,
I'm
No.
a real wolf. Those
I
guys are
identify.
furries.
So the High Valerian word for wolf is Zokla. Yes, I learned
Okay.
High Valerian.
Anybody else
Duolingo.
appreciate?
I'm not
That's
that Game of Thrones nerd. I'm not that.
I am.
Not
I'm
that deep.
super.
Not
I'm
that deep.
super fucking nerd. So
So real
She
quick,
swims in that kind of lore.
well, while we're talking about Jon Snow, and everyone knows the spoilers that Jon Snow is most likely the son of Rhaegar and Lyanna. Do you like or dislike the fact that the showrunners named him Aegon, even though he has a brother named Aegon, and it's not thing like J related, and he could have been like a Jaehaerys or something like that?
So I dislike it. I dislike it completely. I mean, and if Rhaegar is very into the prophecy, right? So if you're
Oh, yeah.
judging by his other children's names, that means that either Jon is going to be a Viserys, or if Lyanna is the one that did the name, we know that Rhaegar was in contact with who? Aemon. Aemon, who is at the Night's Watch. So he could be an Aemon, which would make sense because he wanted to, if we read the books, there are hints. I mean, he says, I'm Aemon the Dragon Knight. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't
Just spell it out for us.
Aegon.
Right?
Spell it out for us. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they're telling us that stuff. So
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. I don't like the name Aegon, just mostly because his son is named the same thing. It's kind of like, come on, Dad.
Okay, this
What am I,
made me cry.
upliver?
This part
Who's this
made me
chick?
cry. Jesus Christ, Jay.
Man is a troll.
But this literally, that made me cry. I mean, the episode was so bad, but the one thing that I do agree with is I feel that Jon does not belong in the South. He doesn't feel like he belongs, there, and that he doesn't really feel at home in the North. I think Jon will end up kind of being king beyond the wall, taking Mance Rayder's role. That's what I feel, in establishing something completely new. Be with the wildling girl. I don't know if he'll end up with Daenerys in the books. I mean,
His aunt?
he'll end up with Val. That's what I believe, possibly. Val, who is not included on the show.
This scene sucked. Watching this woman get her head lopped off is
That was your favorite character, you said.
Gooch.
I'm so confused. Jay, I'm going to be ringing the shame bell all night.
do it.
Shame.
Ooh,
Shame. Shame.
I think Jay's getting off to this.
big question.
Wow.
Dawn, you might know this one, or Nadia.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think? Who was the prince that was promised?
Easy, stands Baratheon.
What?
Oh.
What Don
In
said.
what realm?
Literally
I
has
thought we
like
were still
Bringer.
talking about
agree
Coyote
that
Ugly for a second.
Stannis
So.
will probably make a good king. I definitely agree that, because he has the qualities that would make a good king for sure. But he is not the prince that is promised. Absolutely not. And that's proved in so many situations within the book. So,
Don, lay your facts. Lay your facts down.
He literally has a sword called Lightbringer. That's one, right?
he has a sword that is not Lightbringer, but okay.
He's gonna plunge his sword into a line and then into his Misa, his little girl. It might be his daughter instead, and then he's gonna fight off the last night or the long night or the threat beyond the wall. But I don't know who's it gonna be, because I think there's even theories that Theon might be the prince that was promised, based on because the way the theories kind of, or the it's broken down. It's like born underneath salt and smoke, underneath a bleeding star, and like so many people fit that description, right?
Well, it's more than that too. I mean, they have to come from certain bloodlines, and I don't think that he has any of that Valerian bloodline. And he does. He probably definitely has maybe some of the bloodline of the first men, but those are the two bloodlines that has to be. And remember, we have Bloodraven, who's definitely manipulated everything, and there are hints done with the color schemes within the books.
That makes me want to Stannis now, because Stannis is most recently he's even been his grandma's a Targaryen, right? So
I mean, yeah.
There we go. More points to Stannis. Stannis, there we go.
Great grandmother, but I just don't see it.
I don't want it to be Dany. I don't want it to be Arya. I don't want it to be.
It's definitely not going to be Arya. I don't think it's either going to be Dany.
So happy
or Jon. I
what
believe
about
it's
Timmy?
Jon.
What happened to Timmy?
Gooch.
I believe it's going to be Jon, just because everything is hinted in that first prologue in the book. There's even instructions in the book that tell you you're going to have to reread the book to find out. It also talks about the wait time in between the books, that it's going to be a long journey. Everything is known. They even make things like saying
it is known,
hidden under the
snow.
It is known.
What is the theory behind Theon being it? I'm just curious.
Just because he fits some of the I don't remember the being children of the blood of the first men as well as Valyrian. I'm trying to remember the biggest things are born underneath salt and smoke, and that's like the Iron Islands to a T. It's literally the shittiest place in all of Westeros. And then reborn underneath a blood star or bleeding star. I think it's just because I think some people have connected the dots. I'll look it up and see if I can find it for sure, but it's more of a stretch, I'll be honest, than some of the other ones are. But come on, Theon needs a redemption arc from being Reek.
He does. Yep. He does. But this scene here, I apologize to the ladies in the chat because I forgot about this, but she accepts his help to get on a horse, which no woman would ever do, right? No, it doesn't need no man. So I'm sorry that I put that on the screen for you guys. I apologize.
What?
I'll show you again. Here, watch this. Watch. Look.
She's not a Mary Sue.
I mean, she's also like 4'11", and she can't reach the horse.
She's a strong woman. You guys don't know how to write. None of you are writers. You cannot.
I write, and I edit comics.
Yeah, but this is big time, right? This is Hollywood. So, I mean, eventually you might get here, but if you do, make sure women don't accept help from men, no matter what. Yeah, Andrew gets it. He knows.
I was Khal Drogo.
You were Khal Drogo?
Yeah, until I wasn't.
You're like the mini, the Khal Drogo mini. You're the Funko Pop Khal Drogo.
Who's this chick? Who's this chick? This is like a baby.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, do you like it, Gooch?
Seriously?
Like it?
No.
Like, seriously?
I mean, it is pride, Gooch. It is pride. I understand.
Yeah.
He does kind of look like a chick. I mean, all the Targaryens are supposed to look extremely ethereal looking. I'll give that to you, Gooch. He does kind of look like a chick.
Gooch, would you touch her lady penis?
Done.
Is mine being touched?
There's no world building there. There's no.
Yeah. It's mutual. You got to do them first, though. I mean, her, whichever.
You don't have to face though.
You don't have to. You're gonna want to.
This is easy.
Funko Pop Khal Drogo. Yes, there you go. Janet gets it. Let's make this happen.
Funko Pop Khal Drogo.
Do we get a dance underneath a disco ball at Coyote Uglies? That's all that matters.
Man, you can set it up however you want. Whatever makes it more comfortable for you. I want you to enjoy yourself.
That's sweet. Love
That's
that.
when it's true love.
Season 2. So I guess the biggest moment in season 1 was the dragons are revealed, and Khal Drogo dies. She burns him. She kills her kid, which is, Hollywood loves that part. Like that's probably the favorite part of this series for anyone who lives in Hollywood or California. Period. She's so brave.
Single mothers are in right now.
That's right, and that's why she didn't burn, because she's not fireproof. George has said so. It's because she sacrificed her kid, which is popular now. So she does that. She gets her powers and she gets dragons, and that's kind of how life works now. And before that was obviously Ned loses his head because he was a bad role model, basically. Like look what happened to Rob because of his dad.
True.
Right. Season 2. What are we talking about for season 2? I think that the big episodes for that were. I'll pull that up. Why not? I'll do my job again.
Oh yeah, the Battle of Blackwater is the
Yes.
ending of it, right?
Yeah.
That was one of. I feel that that's one of the greatest episodes in the whole series, to be honest, because it was consecutively shot. And just everything that went down in it. It was just the cinematography was great. How they did it, all the different viewpoints in that episode. And it just took place as one straight episode for the most part, showing the battle. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's good suspense.
Give me
It's
a
good
second. I
suspense.
have
You
a
don't know
cat,
who's
like climbing on things that shouldn't be, and I'm getting distracted here. Hold on.
Could you go on? Can you explain what you said about it was shot what in a row consecutively? You said
Consecutively, yes.
So unlike a lot of other battles or action that happened in Game of Thrones, it was just the whole episode was all the Battle of Blackwater. Was the whole entire episode. That's what it was. It was everything that went on there.
Yeah, it could have been a movie.
Whereas like Hard Home is actually a change from the books that I like. And I loved that episode, just the parts that, John Beyond the Wall for the most part. Obviously, there's some other interesting things that happen. But that we don't get a whole episode of just that. That Long Night episode, it was a short inconvenience. I don't even like talking about it. It was that was horrible. But it was just extremely impressive, especially when it first aired. It was the first major battle that we saw in the TV show. Yeah, it was great. We got to follow the whole battle the whole entire time. And I thought they did a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a great episode. And must have been pretty expensive to put that together too, because it does look really good. Hard Home is coming on.
Yeah. Hard Home is one of my favorite episodes. That's like, if I have nothing to watch, I'll just go and put on that episode, to be honest. I just think it's just great.
One of the things I found is by looking back at the series, even though it leaves such a bad taste in your mouth, like AJ's dad would. And so if you go back far enough,
Stop being gay with my father.
There's great episodes in this series almost all the way through. And it's stuff that we would be like so happy to see today compared to what we get now. If you go back like to season 5, 6, like there are good episodes in there that are great beginning to end. The whole season's not great. Lots of problems, but we still get moments of like the Battle of the Bastards, which we'll get to later. But just to be able to see that realized, it's pretty cool for a TV show. We didn't get that on Shogun, did we?
Shogun, even though they stayed true to the book with that ending for the most part, I feel like that is where they should have done something different and given a battle. Showed how things played out. So
totally agree.
Yeah, but season 1 of Game of Thrones did a good job of like masking the fact that they don't have a budget for a big battle or action sequences, and it actually they did it well because the character scenes we got were so compelling, and I loved every scene we got.
It's about to get bad. This is well done.
okay. Zach, did you grab the Hound clip where he's basically like, fuck this? That is so great.
I can get it.
That is like, I think, why can't I think of the actor that played Sandor Clegane? He had delivered like some of the funniest lines in the whole series. Like,
this show, I believe, was the last water cooler show, really. Afterwards, streaming kind of took off.
True.
So this was one of the last few shows that was weekly, where everybody would watch an episode, talk about it, theorize about it for the week. didn't have the binge setup, and it was really cool. And I wish shows would do that more often, where it was kind of like Shogun, where it was weekly, where you didn't binge an entire series in a day.
I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of the binge model, to be honest, because I like to have a discussion from episode to episode, and it gives you something to talk about, and it lets you get like hyped up more about the next episode that's happening. And there, you can't really spoil much to other people, but like with the binge model, you can spoil things for other people. You can go beyond. It's not the same. It's not the same. Everyone's discussing things at different times and paces. I think, yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it, to be honest. I like the week-to-week episodes.
Okay, so let's go back to this before we move on, before we forget, because Nadia told us a great story earlier on. I want to get deep into the chat is still bringing it up, so we can't avoid it. And so you dated people for how many? It's like eight years to get HBO access.
No, only like the first half of the season. No. Yeah.
First half of what season?
Game of Thrones. No, the first season. Just only the first season of Game of Thrones. No. I did not.
Nadia.
Entirely. No. I met my husband in 2013. So, and then continued the series after that with him. So.
Did you Google that right now?
What?
When the series kept going and you met your husband?
No, the series aired in 2011.
You had no Game of Thrones from 2011 until 2013.
I had no HBO access from 2011 to 2012 for the first season.
Not even once a week on Plenty of Fish.
No comment.
Oh, there we go.
Listen, I said dates. I didn't say third base. I said dates.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
We peaked at 90 overall viewers when you were talking about that, Nadia. So let's keep it going.
That's it.
So how'd you plan your nights to make sure you were on the couch in front of the TV with the man either passed out, satisfied potentially, or otherwise drugged to get to watch? Okay. Yeah. To get to, oh, wow. I didn't even expect that part. So tell me about the roommates. How did that go?
I have to go get a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Oh, fine. Nadia. This is the scene that Caleb was asking about.
Your king city. Fuck the king's guard. Fuck the city. Fuck the king.
It's so great.
Yeah, so that's an expensive episode for sure. But okay, so Don boy.
Yeah, I'll be quick. I gotta get going. I'll be on next week. Thanks for having me on. Love talking Game of Thrones, and I'll see you guys later.
You have a channel called
don't talk about it.
Our Hill Chart. So go there right now and sub. And then mouse over all of his videos, but don't watch them so they know that you were shown the video and you chose not to watch it. It helps the algorithm. Trust me. He'll thank you later. Right, Don? Oh, you're gone already. Damn it. Damn you, Don.
Don, episodes on Game of Thrones is fantastic. They always make me laugh.
Yeah. So season 2, that's kind of the big highlight. Kayla, anything else from season 2 you want to talk about?
From season 2.
Yeah.
Gooch, what did you think about season 2?
Gooch.
Oh God. Do I have to talk about this
For
season?
every good answer, I'll give you a good clip.
I don't know. It was what scene? Like I don't know.
This is what happens if you don't answer. This is what's going to happen.
That was from Game of Thrones, by the way.
I don't want to do that all night.
I have no idea. Honestly, I don't. Because I just don't care for the series. I think it's just overhyped, and
Oh my
I
God.
don't care.
How dare you?
Jay. I'm so disappointed.
Well, do you want me
I
to be
have
honest?
this. You see this?
Is that an egg?
Yeah, it is an egg. Can you guess what's in it?
Oh,
Fetus?
No, there's not a fetus in it.
your boyfriend's nuts.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Your ex-boyfriend's nuts.
He didn't have any.
Okay, well,
True.
So this is what I think every time you say something, Jay, tonight.
A little baby dragon that looks
Oh,
like a
wow.
penis. Looks like a little penis. Oh,
It's a flying fuck. My friend got it for me for my birthday. She's like, open it up.
wait.
I thought it was
Show that
a
again.
little dragon. It's a flying fuck.
Okay, can I see it? I'll show it again.
It's a flying fuck. She had it 3D printed for me.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that makes it special now, though.
Yeah, that's big too.
I'm trying to think of other episodes that I liked. The one where Corn is giving John a chance to prove himself. What was that? The Old Gods and the New, I think that was the title of the episode. I also liked the one where Jaqen, Arya has Jaqen doing a bunch of shit. So I don't know if that was the ghost of Harrenhal I'm thinking of, or if it was I'm not sure.
I don't remember either.
I can't remember, or if it was the Prince of Winterfell, maybe, because Arya basically like is having. I can't remember right now. I'm usually on my A game with this stuff, but I'm in like book mode
Not
for
a test.
whatever reason this evening. So yeah.
Not a test. We're good.
So
Oh, we got another guest. So, AJ, you ready?
For the gifts? What am I getting
Yeah.
ready for? Oh my goodness! Stop!
Yeah.
I
It's your
want,
boy.
I don't want Kaylin, man. Get out of here.
What's up, Kaylin?
I
Too
like
bad.
Him, I like him thick.
He's 18. I know. It's rough. It's rough. Welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
So you're
I
a fan.
love Game of Thrones. It was great seeing you guys talking about it like 5 years after, especially with House of the Dragon season 2 coming up. And I've got big
Yeah.
expectations for that. I hope it's good, We'll see.
Kaylin is not just a pretty face. He's also a writer, which is unbelievable for his age. How many novels have you published?
10 in total.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started when I was 15 when I met AJ.
Kaylin still has that vibrance to him that makes you want to double dip.
Oh no.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, I got one of my books right here, actually. Pretty nice and thick, the way AJ likes it.
Oh, man. There it is.
I don't know if I'm comfortable right now.
Me either. I
That's
can't
fine.
handle no more gay. No more for tonight.
He's 18 now. It's fine. So how'd you get to, did you read the books before you watched the show? And you just were born. So like your history can't be that long with this.
No, so actually in 2020, the winter of 2020, I binged like the entire show. And I was hugely disappointed by season 7 and 8. And that's what fueled me to read the books, which I still haven't finished. I'm still like halfway through book 5. And it's been 4 years because they're extremely long books. And they're kind of tedious to get through. But they are really good. I highly recommend them to anyone who enjoys literature and who liked the show. But yeah, I was just so hugely disappointed by season 7 and 8 that it kind of left me feeling pretty awful. But then House of the Dragon came along and it was great. So I am looking forward to season 2 of that.
Look how happy Kayla
I have a
is.
couple issues with House of the Dragon, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Especially episode 9, though. But outside of episode 9, it was pretty well done.
Oh, House of the Dragon was great. I think anyone that is dissatisfied with Game of Thrones and is afraid to watch House of the Dragon due to their dissatisfaction with how bad that series ended, should give House of the Dragon a chance because it is phenomenal. And we're losing Miguel Sapochnik, which means that we'll have lighting in the second season.
We can actually see stuff. That'll be nice. But we also have Rhaenys making just the dumbest decision you can imagine. Like, that really hurt the show for me.
I think what really hurts House of the Dragon for me is with the dragon lore and what they did with Laenor.
Yeah, I mean that's a big problem too.
That ruins like the lore. I don't understand why they wouldn't just kill that man off. Kill him the fuck off.
The thing is, I feel like it at least for me worked okay for season 1, but for season 2, when we get into like Corlys's bastards, not to give like spoilers or anything, but there's stuff, with that, which kind of makes it strange to have Laenor out there, like with some of my favorite Valerians who will be coming in, in season 2. I'm curious to see what racial ethnicity they will be, though.
Adam, yeah.
I feel like they might just cut them out and just have what's her name, Nettles, like replace them.
Well, as of right now, I don't even know if they're going to have Nettles on the show because it looks like I believe it's Bela is like if you've been reading some of the stuff that's been coming out or following like the coverage on different YouTube channels that are covering it. So, yeah, it's kind of certain things are up in the air. So I hope they're just like pulling our legs and we are going to get Nettles because that would be a damn shame if they did not include her. But yeah.
AJ, no breaks for you. No days off for AJ. So it is kind of true though that Galen did turn 18 on AJ's stream, and then AJ kicked him as soon as he turned 18. That actually did happen. So everything else I can't confirm, but that did happen.
Hold on, how do we know it was me deep breathing?
AJ.
That was Gooch. No, he's muted. Never mind.
No, Gooch is my boy.
Me smoking, maybe. I don't know.
This is so season 3. This is probably the biggest episode of season 3.
Yes.
Would you agree, guys?
Of course.
This is this is the one where I watched this with my wife and I had to wake her up for this scene. And like, she's like, oh, nothing's going to happen. Like, no, you have to watch this. Like, this will definitely pull you back into the show. And she's like, oh, that's really mean. And she never watched it again. So it didn't work. It did not work. Should have let her sleep. But yeah, it's she was not into this at all. It's too bad. If you haven't read the books and you don't know this is coming, like I would expect you could still pick it up fairly quickly. What's about to happen here?
Chris actually knew what it had been spoiled for him, but he didn't spoil it for me. So he just when we watched this episode together, he was just watching my face the whole time. What's going on?
People are going to talk about the Acolyte. No, don't do it. I'm going to spoil that show for you, actually. Yeah, Carrie-Anne Moss is in it for like 7 minutes. That's it. She's on the poster. She's in the trailer. Nope. That's the musical cue for the Reigns of Castamere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? You must know the lore of that. How do you know that? Reigns? What? Yeah, you're good, Kayla. You're just fun. The Reigns of Castamere.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The song.
All I know is that people die in this.
Oh,
that's all I know.
Kayla.
Yes, go to the Game of Thrones expert.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, it's a horrible episode.
Oh. So it's a Lannister song.
Caitlin was too dumb. Caitlin was too dumb. Yeah, she was. I know. There's a lot of dumb in that family.
It's about House Rain. Pretty much.
I like it's a good song.
If I go start talking about this stuff, we're going to be here for 5 hours, and I don't want to be the one. I feel like I've been talking so much on your show tonight. I'm like,
no, talk. No, talk. Please talk.
Oh my God, we're
But
still talking about
it's-
this dumb
it's-
show.
Gooch.
But it's yeah.
She figures it out.
Well, she hears that song. But yeah, the song basically immortalizes the downfall of House Rain at the hands of, I believe it was Tywin Lannister. And yeah, I believe that's the history of it. Fun fact about this episode, there was no music that played at the end during the credit scene.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Did not... I think most people were kind of stunned at that point if they didn't read the books. So I do like how this is done, how she picks up on it. And they were like really... Dude, all of this was dumb. All of this stuff was a mistake. And that's where it like does... It hurts the story with George when he does that, because he'll have characters all of a sudden be just dumb enough to die, even though they've shown they were capable previously, but it's time for them to go. They got to go. And he calls that his gardening method, where he like lets the characters grow and then they die off at one point, and they go where they're going to go, and he follows them. But this is like,
I can relate to that.
The gardening method.
Yes.
Well, nobody's ever been able to, I think, in a sense, like copy it since Game of Thrones. Like, there's been attempts at it, but I mean, every week everybody's like at water cooler, who's gonna die this week? Don't get too attached to your favorite characters, because one of them's gonna go.
Sopranos did that before.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yes.
Is that just a phrase? Because I don't think water coolers are everywhere I go.
How old are you, AJ?
I'm 30.
Galen, how'd you like how this was plotted out and played out on the show?
I thought it was very well done. It builds the suspense, especially with like showing Roose Bolton, especially even in the book, the way they build the suspense by showing like Caitlin notices how Roose is kind of like he's sweating a bit and notices he's got like his armor on. And I feel like that translated very well to the show in building suspense. And I feel like they don't drag it out for too long either, where you kind of realize what's happening just as Caitlin realizes what's happening, but then it's too late because it's already happening. And it's just another example of how engaging and how well written this show was for the first few seasons.
And they do show that in the show, where she reaches Roose's sleeve and pulls it back and sees he has a chainmail on, and then knows it's on at that point, but it's too late. It's over.
And the actor kind of gives a slight, like, it's almost like a smirk, almost like a scowl at it, like, and then it's already happening. The acting is phenomenal, especially in the first few seasons. Even I feel like as the writing goes down in the later few seasons, I feel like the acting also, unfortunately, takes a bit of a dip as well.
I agree. Yeah.
This is a thing that did happen actually historically. I don't have them off the top of my head. Maybe Teresa would know them. She's smarter than me. They did make him a retard on the show yet. Well, I fell in love. Yes, it was dumb. That whole thing was dumb. Agreed. But like, I think there was the Protestants did this to the Catholics at some point, where they had them all come in for like this feast of forgiveness, and then they locked the doors and burned the place down.
Sounds like Catholics. And
Fucking
I'm a Catholic, so I can...
Yeah, so it's not an original idea. It's been done, but it was done well on the show here, and that was kind of like the highlight of season 3. But every episode here was pretty good.
But up until this point, besides books, okay, take books out of this. Did anybody see Robb Stark actually being killed off on the show? I understand if you've read the books, you know where it goes, but
right.
I felt there's no way this kid's gonna make it to the end, and for them to especially kill him off that way was brilliant.
I'd say no for me. For somebody who didn't read the books, definitely won't. And that was my issue with the show, and why I'm kind of with Gooch. Like, I don't need this in my life anymore. But every season, it seemed like it just went, down for me, because every likely hero, everybody that you wanted to win, just kind of just started getting picked off. And I don't know, I wasn't okay with how they handled who was left, or the slim pickings at the end.
And you would
that's all I got.
And
And you
some
would
of
think
the
less
deaths seem kind of needless too, like just dead ends for the characters, especially later on, like the Blackfish and Barristan Selmy, which obviously are still
Mhm.
alive, in the books. And the way they die, it's just like a character, like story
Yeah.
dead end. They don't like have any type of conclusion based off their arcs or anything. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah,
don't tell
Barristan
me.
Selmy is one of the fucking greatest.
He just dies in an alley. It's like, what are
Yeah,
you
and
doing?
it's just like so. Yeah, Barristan Selmy. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's Barristan
Cersei.
Selmy.
Cersei was the worst death.
Cersei should
Oh,
be
God.
Not the most satisfying death.
Jaime's was
You know
worse than
what?
that,
It's
though.
because what they wanted to do with Jaime, okay? Because they wanted, like, Jaime's like, they kind of tried to give him some redemption arc, and then he didn't have a redemption arc with Brienne or whatever the case, but Cersei got a happily ever after. Fuck Jaime at that point, because Cersei is just... Arya should have freaking killed Jaime, should have wore his fucking face. That's what would have been her storyline. Her storyline was not the Night King at all. That was the dumbest shit that they ever fucking did. And she should have killed Cersei. That's it. And if they wanted someone else they wanted someone to kill Khaleesi, I would have had Arya kill Khaleesi too. It shouldn't have been Jon.
But that should happen at like season 13, though, not like season 8.
Yeah, it should have been like 13 seasons. We'd still have.
Well, they had a Star Wars movie trilogy to start, guys.
Yeah,
it's coming out any day now. As soon as Kennedy leaves.
Can I tell you, it's so. You know what? They did such a bad job. They should have passed the show off to somebody else that wanted to finish it, but they got greedy and they wanted to take all of the credit. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened. They should have passed it off to somebody that would have cared for the property and let it finish out that way. Instead, what they did was they tarnished their names and their reputations completely. And if what they did to Game of Thrones is so horrible that the people at Star Wars, and Star Wars is trash as it is now. For granted, there were a couple good things, Rogue One and the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian and certain things, right? They said, we're not letting you touch Star Wars. That's.
Yeah, and their 3-body problem wasn't that great either.
No.
No. So, but it got a second season, so we'll see if they can maybe clean up. I don't know. Yeah.
Somebody told me that show was amazing. Y'all talking about the Netflix show, right?
Yeah.
3-body problem.
No, the books are yeah.
I would love to see.
The books are better.
I think Game of Thrones
you, Teresa.
should be rebooted as an animation.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They should. Have you seen the fan animation trailer? It's like 50 seconds out there.
Yeah, they should.
I wish they could do that.
They could do a proper adaptation of the books with all the weirdness in it, better in animation. It'd be cheaper than a live action, and you can finally maybe give the fans what they want.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm so picky with the animation styles. Although I did see if Studio Ghibli had done Game of Thrones, and I really liked the Studio Ghibli designs, like Hayao Miyazaki type of designs for Game of Thrones. They actually worked.
Oh,
really
I'm
well.
thinking we need darker, grittier, almost like Castlevania style.
Castlevania would be fantastic. That style.
That's the style I would say would fit this narrative.
I just like seeing it in live action. I think that's my thing. I just like seeing it in live action.
I definitely wouldn't want the animation to be like the graphic novels. I do have those, and that art sucks to me. So it looks like what's that? The Lord of the Rings animation with the Gandalf.
That's Bakshi, man. That's real.
What are you doing?
Bakshi's phenomenal. Yeah. Now, if Bakshi was doing
that art sucks.
Doing a Song of Ice and Fire series, I'd be all about it.
You talking about the graphic novel? No, I wasn't feeling it. It was
you're talking about no. We're talking about animation styles.
No, he's talking about this.
Enough. I am Gandalf, and Gandalf means me.
Gandalf.
Yeah, not that.
He hates that.
Love that version.
Why? Why do you not like that? That's legendary.
What's wrong with you,
Why
AJ?
don't you like Game of Thrones, Gooch?
Because it's
We
dog
know
shit.
why.
Polly's in the house. What's up, Polly?
That animation looked like the cartoons. Like you can't afford cable, so you catch like those channels. They got the like weird cartoons on that you and like 12 other people watched in America. That's what that looked
I'm
like.
telling you, Castlevania style animation, the Netflix animation show looks. I would fit it perfectly.
Agreed.
Yep, it would work. Animated would work, and the best Star Wars we've seen is like cutscenes from video games the last 5-10 years. Really, that's the best stuff, or the trailers for games. That's cool looking Star Wars. So it does work that way too. Holy shit, Flaccid's back. AJ's boyfriend is on now. Yep. Hey, One-Eyed Crow, what's up?
You know what, Kaylin? I cared about you enough. I said no more gay. I'm done.
Exactly.
So he was your last one?
Oh,
Stop
yeah.
it.
I was glad. After me, there's nowhere left to go. So
No, I'm done. No comment.
yeah, no comment.
All right. Yeah, Paul, you did a great video today talking about Acolyte, and it was very much like a postmortem. That's oof.
I will never gonna try it. Never gonna watch it.
I watched episode 1 a few hours ago just to review it. I'm not watching episode 2.
No, thank you. Life is short, folks. Watch things you love.
Exactly. And Dildo, that show was like, I enjoyed it the first part. The last couple episodes really lost me. Just
Three Body Problem. I hear I think the original like Chinese adaptation of it or some Asian adaptation of it is better. It's like from the early.
I heard
90s.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chinese people, huh?
Something I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. That over there.
So season 4 was what people mostly consider the last good season of this show. And so let's get into that one a little bit. That one had The Line on the Rose was a big one. That was the I think that was the Purple Wedding. Am I right?
Yes.
Where something important happened. He got his just desserts. They say Joffrey did. I'll put that on here. There you go. And we got Flaccid with his member chat. What's everyone's favorite house, not Stark's? Good question. Gooch.
Pee-wee's Big House. Or Playhouse. You asked.
Kayla.
You got an answer.
I'd say
My
the
favorite house?
Tyrells. And especially, it's so unfortunate what they did with the Tyrells in season 7.
You're a male
but-
right now. You're a male right now. He said Kayla.
Oh, I'm
other
sorry.
day.
I thought you said Kaylin. I'm so sorry.
No.
No, Caitlin. Kayla. It's the same thing. I got confused too. I was like, wait, maybe he did say Caitlin. I'm going
He
deaf.
just dominates them. You're a male now. You're a male now.
But you don't know Caitlin go because you're
Caitlin.
already answering. You said Tyrell's your favorite house?
Kaylin is Kayla on the weekends.
On the weekends. But
Yeah.
the Tyrells, because they have I love like the stuff, especially in the books and in I think seasons 5 and 6, with Marjorie kind of being like this antithetical kind of character, this counter to Cersei. And I really did enjoy Loras too, even though he's gay. And but especially in season 7, it was just so unfortunate to see the Tyrells are just defeated off screen for some reason, even though at that time they had a larger army, they had all the food from all their farms, they had all the money. It makes no sense that the Lannisters could somehow defeat them off screen. And I hated that. But yeah, I'd say the Tyrells would be my favorite house.
Okay, that's a good pick. Actually, probably similar to me too. But Nadia,
I'm only with winners.
who wins?
Right behind me.
Oh, nice. Okay, there it
I'm only
is.
with winners. I only support the winners.
Did they win though?
In my head, they will always win. Here's a dragon too.
I
There you
mean,
go.
Whoa,
John's alive.
true. Well,
Yeah.
on the show, anyways. Yeah.
Listen, we're
Well,
everywhere.
he'll be
We're
alive.
everywhere.
Half though.
We're everywhere.
He'll be alive in the books. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
How's Martell?
Whatever.
Okay.
Martell is a great house, and it's a shame what they did to the whole Dornish plot line. I can never
Such a
forgive
shame.
them. It is a goddamn shame. They don't even have the key players from House Martell in that show.
Screwed that one up completely. They whiffed on that one, 100%. But they whiffed on a lot of stuff. Like Lady Stoneheart also was a whiff.
Oh. That was another thing that they did that was an atrocity. But you know what? They cut a lot of the magical aspects out of the show. They did.
On purpose, they thought people wouldn't get into the magic part of it, and they were going to downplay magic and dragons and all that until they hooked people, which they did, and it did kind of work, I guess.
I'm basic. I'm a basic bitch. I love House Stark and House Targaryen. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Those are my two houses, Targaryen and Stark. I'm a basic bitch. I love how to say not Stark, but I'm a northerner, so.
Yeah. I gotta say, like, I'm gonna say I like the Baratheons quite a bit. And there's a board game that's a strategy game you could play, and they're hard to beat, so they'd be my pick just for that reason.
Oh,
like
Risk.
There's Risk, and there's another game that's actually
the Song of Ice and Fire game. I wanted to get into that. I have
Fantasy Flight made
books. Yeah, I have art books from it, but I've never played the game. Yeah, the Fantasy Flight ones. And they make all these really cool figurines and everything. And they have like a ton of different like little accessories. And I saw like they had something, they have all these different expansions and everything too. Like there's a ton of different expansions from different time periods from the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. And that is amazing to me that they're using all the lore, because there's so much lore to build upon.
Yeah. And I think that the lore is all from the books that they have access to.
Mm-hmm.
They use for that. It's a cool game. It's a fun game though. And the Baratheons are great in it. The Greyjoys kind of suck. Don't recommend them. And this is the scene of Joffrey getting what he deserves finally. Look at that.
It's great.
You gotta feel bad for the kid, like the actor, because people would like automatically hate you. They don't even know why.
I don't think that's why he hasn't had much of a career post Game of Thrones.
Is that you think what it is?
I thought I read some articles somewhere saying that he still gets a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Because of how well he played the character, so that he, in a sense, had to retire from acting.
House of Cards. Oh, we're getting the houses now. All right. That works. House on the Haunted Hill. Why not?
Also, we're in season 4, right?
Yep.
The Mountain and the Viper.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Pedro.
Yeah. Pedro.
And The Watchers on the Wall was such a phenomenal episode too, although that is something in the books that's way better. But Kit Harington as Jon Snow looks so hot, all angry and everything in that episode.
Oh,
I loved it. There's like this scene, he's like, men fight, and he grabs the sword and he freaking goes off and his hair's blowing in the wind and there's fire everywhere and fucking people are dying and there's fucking all this shit going on and he just looks so hot and dirty, sexy, and it's great. Like I literally have the clip in my phone. I literally have.
What did you do with the clip?
Because I posted it on Twitter at one point, just because he looks hot there. He's all angry and
I don't know, but I'm intrigued. I'm interested.
I'll find it and I'll send it to Zach's right now.
Do it. Send it to me right now.
No.
I will
send me all the videos on your phone, please, right now.
Wet dreams are. Let's see.
But he looks so hot. How he grabs that sword and everything, and he's like, "Men ready to fight" and all this stuff, and it's just. Yeah. Jon Snow. Book John's even better. I feel like he's even hotter. He's hot.
Taller. He's taller.
Taller and hotter because he is he's not as pretty. Kit Harington's pretty. He's very pretty to look at.
He's a little person.
He's 5'7".
He's a little person.
Not everyone's 6 foot something like you, Jay.
Wait, is Kit Harington actually 5'7"?
He's 5'7", yeah.
Wait,
I have no idea. That's what?
As a child.
Most actors in Hollywood, for the most part, like Bruce Campbell was really tall when I met him at a Comic-Con. Jason Momoa was really tall. A lot of the actors are between 5'7" and like 5'9", 5'10" max, but most are around 5'7". The actresses are a lot taller for the most part that I've seen at cons, at least. I mean, I don't know, Nadia. You did makeup in Hollywood, right?
Yes.
So aren't a lot of them like actors kind of short, like the men?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, most of the
Are
time
they
I was
men?
taller than some of them. I mean,
they
it's
men?
Hollywood. I can't,
I'm 5'7", Gooch.
Well,
You're
like again,
5'7"?
are they men?
Don't talk
Yeah.
about me. Just protect me.
Don't talk about me, just protect me.
AJ,
you
you're a
go.
man now. AJ, you're a man now. You're a man now.
Book John is 15. Call the feds. Yeah, dildo. Here you go. Which feds, though? That's the question. This is like one of my favorite scenes now. At the time, it was a rough watch, but now Pedro Pascal sucks. So this is great acting by him, though. A great performance by the legendary Pedro Pascal. And yes, Paulie, that's for you in the chat. Your boy. Oh no! What's going to happen to Pedro?
Elia Martel. I killed her children.
Oh. Now, is that makeup?
Yes.
Do you think
Probably two prosthetic, like right over the eyes. When pressed down, the blood squirts out, and probably added CGI blood too as well.
Do you think that Pedro himself was hurt during this at all? Maybe a little?
I doubt it.
Lie to me, Kayla.
No, he couldn't see after this. That's why he had that's in Mando. It's a stunt actor for Mando, actually, because his vision was so impaired.
That makes sense. That ties it all together.
Scared like this.
Oh.
Oof. Oh.
Perfect.
So, Zach, you didn't ask me my favorite house. I know my opinion doesn't matter.
No, it matters. It matters.
I can't say Starks. Y'all know that's pretty on brand for me, though. But it was House Martell because the women were beautiful. Even though Pedro Pascal sucks as a person, I liked, and I'm sure he wasn't doing all that flipping around and all that, but I like those type of characters. So, I'm seeing all these dudes in armor and
Plus he was
grab
bi.
the sword, and
They're all bi too,
sure,
right?
Sure, have your fun. But like
that's not my fun.
He brought a different culture to it, a different fighting style. We got to see some of Dorne. And they were, it's anytime black people, when there's not a black person in the project, we cling to the next darkest skin tone. So that's all I had.
Sweet.
It was either them or the fucking, what was that? Gray worm? The black dudes with no dicks, bro.
The Unsullied, Dovageri.
Yeah, them.
The Unsullied.
Well, you were the black pirate dude too, Davos's friend, the Tyroshi guy.
Nah,
right.
I was Drogo, and then I was somebody in Dorne. Not Pedro's character though, but somebody.
Anyway. The bodyguard, the big bodyguard dude.
All right, so we are gonna
sending you this right now.
Any more season 4 stuff you guys want to cover? Because we're gonna wrap it up after this because we've been going for 2 hours already.
All right.
My voice is starting to go, and Gooch has got to go. And
let me send you this beautiful clip, Zach. I found it.
Kaylin turns into a pumpkin at midnight.
I do.
Jana, why did you say fuck yeah?
This is just so hot. Like the hottest thing ever.
Oh God.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
I'm going to bed.
Which is what you're going to say when you see the clip.
Just for this clip.
I'm hating this guy more and more, this Jon Snow fucker. I don't care for this guy at all.
He had to go into therapy after this because he was so fucked up after the show.
The ending fucking sucked.
It was horrible.
When he got that script and they show him upset and everything, that's because he knew, damn, this is the worst thing ever. This is the worst.
Well, the guy's pretty much Tootsie the whole freaking series. For crying out loud, dressing like a woman.
No, he isn't.
What language did you just use?
I don't even know. the
As opposed to Hoodoo?
Hoffman movie.
Rwanda? Rwanda?
Yeah.
I just sent it to you.
I got it.
Tootsie.
Tootsie.
So hot.
Okay, what does that mean? I need definition so I can
What is-
use it right.
There was
Grey Worm
in-
doesn't have a Tootsie. Okay,
Just
Don Sully
Google-
don't have him.
Google Tootsie. Just Google it.
Okay.
Once upon a time in Rwanda, there was these two groups of people.
I don't get it.
I mean, you could
Me
Google
either.
it too.
I'm seeing an actual movie called Tootsie.
Oh, okay.
Nah, what do you get that I don't?
I don't know. Here we go.
They're both
Caleb's so
5'7".
innocent and pure.
Here we go. Here we go, folks.
It's pure hotness. He's all angry. Watch.
Yeah, he looks great.
This
No,
is for you,
that's
Andrew.
not even him right there.
The chat.
Dollar Sad.
Buckle up, Andrew.
Dollar Sad is hot too, though, to be honest.
Not my type.
Oh.
I can't even hear it.
I don't know why.
I
can hear
don't
it.
think we need to hear it.
Look
I
at
don't think
that.
it's
It's so fucking hot.
Oh.
I don't care how he freaking takes that sword. And it does it for
That
me.
was the lamest
It does it
pulling
for
out a
me.
sword moment. It was like it was like he was pulling a dildo out of his ass.
I don't want to
It was
hear
so
you.
friggin'
Shame.
It's Gooch. It looked like he popped his bra strap.
yeah.
Yeah, it did.
My garters are on too tight. Let's go to war.
Yeah, he knows who they are.
Amazing.
Jay gets it.
I'm sure that I have a longer clip and everything, but I don't know how long you're allowed to play. So I think I just sent you the 15-second video.
Can we talk about recording your TV with your phone?
I'm
Yes.
ghetto. I'm ghetto as fucking hell.
Gonna say anything.
I have to. I got to do something,
Listen,
right?
I was watching the episode. I was bored. So you know what you do when you're bored? You hop on Twitter and you make a dumbass post, and that's what happened.
You do.
Twitter X. I mean, yeah, that's it. I get bored and I tweet shit because I don't have many friends. Who am I going to send it to Jay? He's going to be like, "Ugh, what a woman. Man, why are you sending me a video of this woman?"
Facts.
All right.
That's
So,
accurate.
Gooch, tomorrow, what's going on your channel, dude?
Doing season 1, episode 1 of Demon Slayer. Thursday nights is anime slot. I have Nadia joining me on that for that one. It's going to be a blast. And then yeah, and then who knows who's going to show up on my channel these days.
That's true. If you want to do a different channel too, like Anime Slot, it would be a good name for it. I would do that.
Any kind of slot is good for me.
Oh, Slot. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just got that. It took me a minute for my brain to process
Watching you think that one over.
I've been around
that one
you,
and
Joe,
Tootsie.
and Sean way too long at this point. Like,
so our boy here, Gooch, he had a big show yesterday. You should check it out. I was there too. I was kind of the most important thing on it, but except for Bo DeMayo. Yeah. And everyone's links are in the description of the show here, and I'll put them in chat as we go through. And so thanks, Gooch. You can bail if you want, dude.
I'll stick around for the outros.
Kayla, what are you doing? Tell us about your stuff. Reaper Destroyer.
oh, so the supplemental has been sent to get lettered. That's the 10-page story that I'm on. Joe is absolutely killing it. It's been such a blessing for the opportunity to be on this project. And he's just absolutely phenomenal. So, and he still has Tears Up. So if you are interested and you are into sci-fi, your dark fantasy elements with a little bit of conspiracy in there, and your non-traditional superhero story, I don't want to say quite anti-hero, this is the book for you. It's inspired by things from the 1990s. So yeah, this is all Joan Sontag's project, and he wrote it. He plays editor in some parts of it. He drew the whole book for the most part, besides a couple covers that he had. He even inked some of his stuff, although he has other inkers over his pencils. And he's just phenomenal. This is all of Joe's artwork. He's insanely talented.
Yeah.
That's a variant cover by Shelby Robertson. If you're in the comic book community, you know who he is. This is a supplemental cover. So I'm on this. I have a 10-page story on here that I wrote about his character, Vanessa.
Cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. So he still has Tears Up. It is in the book has been printed and just checking over certain things. And now it's just the supplemental is going to print, and then they'll be checking over that. And then it's going to be, the book is going to be printed. The letters have been done. And sorry, I'm getting a little tired. The supplemental is being in the process of being lettered. And then that will be looked over for final fixes. And then that will be sent off as well. So.
Yeah, it's awesome. Great.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah. Joe is
really
amazing.
Does.
He's absolutely amazing. And the book is deceiving because what you think this book is going to be about, because of his influences, that is not what this story is about. He has a fully fleshed out world. It's absolutely incredible what he has done with all the characters.
Is this from your book?
So
story?
This story here, that's Oliver Isabedra on Joe just playing writer. So
okay.
Yeah, and he looked for artists that would represent his brand, Superior Press, because it's important that he has a certain look that he likes. This is Fabio Simeo, and this is on my story. She's not nude. We just censored it so we didn't get in trouble with Indiegogo, but it serves a purpose. If you scroll down to the next panel, the next page, you'll see there's some blood in the water. So, but it's very sexy. It's a sexy story. But it's not Jay, I hate you. But it's sexy and it's thought-provoking and it's very fitting for this character, Vanessa. So it's not just cheesecake for cheesecake, but we do want to have attractive characters in the story. Joe is big on having attractive characters. So it's sexy, it's thought-provoking, and hopefully when everyone reads it, they love it. And if they don't love it, I hope they have some great feedback for me so I can make my craft better, because I'm open to get better.
Boosh. You did call it Boosh, so.
Honestly, she's being modest. Joe and Kayla are phenomenal writers. Joe... he absolutely killed this book, dude. Like his writing, I was blown out of the water when I read that book. He had me proofread it with Kayla and Sean, and I couldn't believe he wrote that. It's really, really well done. There's a lot to it. There's so much depth to it, and the way he writes it out, it's done very, very well. Oh, Zach's decided to leave. Okay, cool.
Little problem. Cool. It's fixed. We're good. I'm back.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So.
Okay.
So
that looks amazing.
Still waiting for you, Jay, for your opinion on my final stuff.
I know. I gotta read it. I know. I'm sorry, but you've read some of it to me, and Kayla's she's very, very good with writing as well. I'm gonna read it and get back to you, Kayla. I'll read it tomorrow. So
yeah, other than that, I'm on Akba, and then occasionally I'm on Jeremy Eisenfire's channel talking about House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones there when he streams that. So
cool. Yeah. And you guys are gonna do like an after show, you're thinking?
More than likely that's what he has planned. I just kind of go with whatever he has planned. When I'm invited, I go and show up and I stream. And yeah.
Cool. All right. AJ. Wake up.
I'm up. Nah, bro. Sammy's blacker than me. I can see. But subscribe to the channel. Just because you want to see some shit happen.
Go do it, folks. Make it
do
happen.
it.
Do you show up in a wolf suit there?
What happened? Internet messed up.
Do you show up in a wolf suit there?
Who? Where?
You.
On your channel, AJ.
on my channel? No.
He's furry adjacent, he says. Not full. He's not full furry yet.
I don't jump into a suit like a weirdo. I transform. I become that beast. And I
do
go
you say
about
anything when you do
day
that? Do you?
or night. Do I say anything? There's nobody around. There's nobody to talk to.
I'm not gonna lie. Kaylin looks really excited. I'm not gonna lie there.
I am. I'm thrilled, guys. AJ is fantastic. Go do the thing.
There you go. You guys are close together again.
Stop it! No, get him away from me.
I accidentally killed the Twitter feed.
Kaylin is like a little angel. That's what I think.
Who?
Kaylin is like
my
an
name
angel.
does translate to angel in Gaelic.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Facts.
Yeah, there's like just so innocent and pure. Like just happy to be here.
Later.
Kaylin, thanks for jumping in with no notice.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, you can follow me on Forging Valorants. I've got Forging Fandom episode 15 tomorrow night, unfortunately, to talk about the Acolyte. AJ's buddy, Left Eye Ego, will be there. It's gonna be an awful time though, because
Kaylin, this is what I want. This is what I wanted to say. Y'all, when me and Kaylin got finished and we was pillow talking,
when we were
Kaylin told me,
wow.
When we were watching Avatar, Kaylin told me, "You let them win, AJ. Why did you do that? Why are you watching it?" And here you go watching Acolyte.
No, I'm not watching on Disney Plus. I'm watching with Jack Sparrow, and I'm only watching episode 1.
You talking about it, son? You want to see? They said the Acolyte is going to be the gayest shit ever that's come out of Star Wars. So you're going to see all that scissoring going on. Why you switching teams? Why you looking at lesbians on screen, sir?
Just episode 1. Because listen, folks, we have House of the Dragon season 2, an actually good show coming out in a few weeks. I will be covering each episode of that happily, with excitement and joy in my heart, instead of the depression that came when I watched episode 1 of the Acolyte. Go give me some supportive mental comments in my review of that. I need some mental help after that episode, man. It was rough.
Gotta get your link in the chat here for you. And you're also a successful writer.
I'm proud of the young man.
Yeah, if you guys like fantasy books, I've got my series Forging Valorants. It's just Forging Valorants is connected to all my stuff. So my fantasy series are one of them at least. If you like, non-Pride Month, non-woke, non-modern day politics, just a good old fantasy story with compelling characters. Like you kind of got in Game of Thrones the first few seasons at least, then check out my books for sure.
Oh, I can't find your link. What's going on? Weird.
Oh, you're good. People see my name. No one
They'll
else
find you.
Wilkinson, so they'll do something.
All right, I'll get in the description for after the show. And last but not least, Nadia.
I have a horror channel where I do horror news every Tuesday, and I do breakdowns. I just did one on The Strangers. I'm doing my next video on X, so follow me over there. And I have a House of Dragon stream coming out soon on the Inside All Day podcast with a bunch of cool folk.
Definitely goes up to her over there. She's a great creator. She's doing what she loves, which is nice because she tried to do the thing we all try to do, with basic pop culture sort of stuff. And you have to find you find your place eventually. And AJ's still looking for his, but we'll help him find it someday. But it's like, it's really, you could do so much better for that. Look at Gooch, like he's killing it now that he's doing the animation and he has everything broken down well. And he's a well-oiled machine over there. So
my place is here amongst you successful whites. I am War Machine. I am MCU Falcon. I am the boy to y'all heroes' journey. So why fix what ain't broken?
Nadia's channel is in the chat. Go sub to her right now. Just do it.
I gain 1 subscriber every time I stream with one of y'all.
That's sweet.
I'm going up. As long as the trajectory is up, I'm winning.
And one of these times, it could be your dad.
Okay, I ran
Right?
out of responses. You threw me off
Yeah.
with those.
Nadia,
jokes-
seriously, Nadia,
I gained
I'm really
enough-
happy. I'm really happy for you because, like,
yes.
your your channel, your streams are awesome. Like, your videos are awesome. So
I don't edit anything out because I'm a bad editor. So,
How would you?
so it's a real deal.
That's the best though. Everyone, like I personally,
Yeah.
I like to be real.
Oh yeah, I can't pronounce names for shit.
I can't pronounce anything for shit. I'm from Massachusetts, so
Oh,
That's my grandfather's from. Yeah.
we are going to wrap it up there, people. And hey, Dempsey, you're late. Thanks for hanging out with me all night. I appreciate you guys in the chat and panel. That was fantastic. And Circle of Jokes is Saturday. Is it going to be on your channel, AJ? Or what? You or me?
Why is Flaccid not hosting? Where the fuck is Copa?
Copa.
Why are we race swapping and gender swapping all of our characters?
Copa can't stream because he's getting his bottom surgery. So when he's healed and he's fully a woman again, he'll come back.
Did he get the bundle and get the top two?
You know what? I don't know. He should have though. Like,
Are they?
We'll talk
good
after
with
the
money?
stream.
Something about rupees or some shit. Oh, that's not it.
Please, God. Just
okay, so we're going to be somewhere on Saturday, 11:30 or 10:30 or whatever. And in the meantime, take a deep breath. Let's go. Let our boy take us home.
Respect to the trans community. And fuck you, trans folks.
Trans people are my friends. Trans folks gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for we're going in. Trans people are my friends. Trans folks gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for we're going in. Transform, show your fucking out. I'll knock you out. I'll knock you out. Transform, show your fucking out. I'll knock you out. You better watch out. Trans people are my friends. Transforms gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for we're going in. Trans people are my friends. Transforms gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for we're going in. Trans people are my friends. Everyone.